Hi everyone, my name is Aleena and I am a Dalit Christian. None of you gasped when I said Dalit Christian, but usually when I utter that term, I get mixed reactions. Like people will get confused. What is a Dalit Christian? So Christianity has a caste system nowadays, or what about other castes? Do you have Brahmin Christians or Jat Christians? Something like that. People will ask you that. So trust me when I say this, I was confused too at first. I always knew what my caste is, but I didn't quite know what it meant. I thought you have a caste, everybody got a caste, like your family name, your house name, like the whole weight of the caste system and the oppression and the violence hadn't dawned on me at that time. I thought every misfortune I had to suffer is because of our poverty. So, this is what happens when you have a lot of variables to work with. You got poverty, you got a rural life, you got a lack of infrastructure. So, you don't know which is causing what. I blamed everything on poverty and I didn't even know where that poverty come from. Poverty is simple. It's quite simple to understand that you can see poverty, you can touch it, you can record it, you can arrange it in statistics, and most importantly, you can dream to escape it. But caste is not something like that. Wherever you go, whatever you do, it is going to follow you. Pretending like it doesn't exist, or pretending like we escaped it, pretending like we moved forward from this, it's not going to help anyone. So I think I was in my preteens when I first encountered with this. There was a friend, there was a girl who was a bit older than me. She was telling me that she likes a particular boy in our church, but there is no future with that guy because that guy is a carpenter Christian. And I thought, what is a carpenter Christian? That phrase actually intrigued me. So I asked her, what is this carpenter Christian? And she told me, people who converted into Christianity from this carpenter caste, they are like lesser Christians. And that kind of confused me. How can you be a Christian and a lesser Christian? Does it mean Jesus is also a lesser Christian because he also comes from a carpenter family? So after that, I started paying attention to the surroundings, that how different people are treated in our own church. Like I have a grandma, there is a grandma from another family, another elite family, but that grandma will get a chair to sit, but my grandma won't get a chair to sit. And even when there are festivals and things are happening in our church, what kind of people are doing the lesser jobs like washing dishes and mopping and all these things, and what are the jobs given to elite people? So it was kind of an epiphany to me that my problem is not poverty. I am not going to escape this situation if I win a lottery or something. This is something big. This is bigger than poverty. And this is the pervasive nature of caste, that you can be educated, you can earn a lot of money, but you are still going to be treated as a lesser person or a lesser Christian in my case. So if you are imagine you are a Dalit person and you wear a nice dress, you become a Dalit person in a nice dress. And if you convert into Christianity, not even you, your grandparents or great grandparents converted into Christianity. You are just a Dalit person who converted into Christianity. And since Christianity itself cannot be termed lesser just because you accepted it, you become a lesser Christian. So, Christianity in Kerala, it came in waves. So, at first, we got all this elite upper caste Christians who claim to be Brahmins converted by Saint Thomas himself. So those Christians were here from the first century. They claim it happened in the first century, but historical evidences point more towards maybe a third century or fourth century, something like that. And then after colonization, Portuguese people also converted a lot of Christians, so they became Latin Christians. And by the end of 19th century and in the early 20th century, a lot of Dalits, people who belong to the lower strata of the society, of the caste system, they also got attracted to this faith. Now, 70% of Indian Christians are Dalits or lower caste people, and you may wonder why they still remain a Dalit. Because if we look at the actual message of Christ, you don't find something which justifies something like caste or inequality between the members of the church. You won't find something like that. And this equality was promised to people who converted into Christianity. But that equality was not practiced. Because to practice equality, two people should be in agreement that I cannot claim myself to be equal to you unless you also agree. So this has to be a group project where people come together and decide that okay, I'm not going to treat you badly. You are also not going to treat me badly. So it has to be an agreement. But till now, it's like a protest. It's a fight that we are saying that we are equal to you. That's all what is happening nowadays. Thing is, you may wonder why suddenly a large group of people converted into Christianity. So there are different explanations to why it happened. And the first thing I heard is this rice bag reason, that these people are saying that missionaries gave rice to a lot of Dalit people, and the people wanted to have this rice. They converted into Christianity, or the missionaries offered them food or money, or in some cases milk powder. All these things are offered to them, and they accepted it, like no questions asked, they accepted it. And at first, I found it completely sensible. I found it reasonable because imagine the most extreme situation of caste system. You are still being sold. There is a strong slave and master thing going on. You don't have many rights. You are not even treated like a human being, a complete human being. And when if that is the case, and if someone is coming to me and asks me that I'll give you a bag of rice, and if you want to convert into Christianity, I'll be like, shut up, I'm coming, I'm already there. So it made complete sense to me at that time. And it happened when I was in college. A senior of me told that, Aleena, that may not be the reason. That this reasoning is actually, it comes from a higher caste, dominant caste fantasy. They think that Dalit people have to be bribed with something material to accept a religion or understand a religion. So maybe they accepted Christianity to escape caste. So that is another significant reason. Maybe they accepted as a part of a resistance and hope that this is a religion, this is a new religion which offers equality on a paper. So we can decide for ourselves what we want. We can decide which god or which temple or which church we want to offer our prayers to. So that reasoning understand the process of conversion as a political act, that we are deciding what is good for us. It was a collective political act. At the same time, other people, other scholars also put forward their opinions that conversion to Christianity was a spiritual act. It was an act of faith that people who belong to the lower strata of the society, they resonated with what Jesus Christ preached, and they resonated with what he had to suffer on the cross. So in Christianity, that suffering on the cross and dying for the sins of other people, these are like the major tenets of Christianity. So Dalits during that time, they found parallels with a suffering Dalit body and a suffering body of the Christ. So they felt like, okay, there is someone, there is some guy, some God who gets us, some God who gets us, our experience of how to live a life which is not so good. The people who bring this rice bag reason that missionaries are forcing, they are cheating Dalits and Adivasis, offering them food. They don't want to accept these people, Dalits, as their own, but they don't like them finding solace in another religion. It's like, don't go, we are not done oppressing you. Stay here. How dare you choose a religion of your choice? So that is the mentality of people who mock Dalits, Dalit Christians, rice bags, and at the same time, everybody consider Dalits as Dalits only. And what doesn't consider Dalits as Dalits is the state. State continues to highlight the idea that caste ended with oppression. So Christians, they no longer face caste anymore. So we don't have to protect Dalits converted into Christianity from caste discrimination because caste doesn't exist after conversion. In constitution, in spaces where or the act which is to protect Dalits from caste discrimination like SC/ST acts, Dalits Christians are not protected under these acts. So the only place where marking as a Dalit would be useful or helpful was the constitution or the state sheets. But at the same time, that's the only place we are not recognized as Dalits. And that brings us to another contradiction that Christians are already a minority in this country. Christians are already haunted and attacked and vilified in this country. So, a Dalit Christian life will be something like an oppression within an oppression. So, religious persecution on the outside and caste discrimination on the inside. So this is the normal Dalit Christian life. And being a Dalit Christian, it's both a political and cultural identity. As a cultural identity, you inherit the history of caste oppression, you inherit the songs and rituals and the folk tales of your ancestors, which is quite different from being an elite Christian or upper caste Christian. And as a political identity, it challenges the idea that Christianity offers equality to everyone. And it challenges the idea of Hindutva as well. It breaks away from this Brahminical forms of knowledge to create their own forms of knowledge. And end of the day, Dalit Christian is a term which is also a witness. It talks about a faith which is chosen and a caste which is imposed. So I think it is necessary to repeat it again and again, the term, to dismantle all the imposed identities and choose only the chosen identities. So, thank you.